Hello.
Hello.
It's Tuesday night Sprints with Friends, and I have friends. And I pointed in the right direction this evening, which is miraculous.
Good for you. You got it.
Mirroring always seems to stump my brain.
Yeah, it's like right here.
I'm always like, you're here, you're where? I don't know.
There we go. That one.
There you go.
I know which way I'm pointing, right? That way.
Life's hard sometimes with the easiest of things. But hello, say hi to us if you are here in the comments. Let us know what you're reading or doing this evening. And we are going to be here for a few hours getting reading and productivity done. We have Margaret here. If you are not subscribed to Margaret is in the description box. So go do the things. But Margaret, what are you doing tonight?
I'm losing my fucking mind.
I love that for you, but not really.
This fucking book. So I am reading Painted Devils by Margaret Owen. That is what we're working on tonight. I'm also, not all of this is going to be reading because things need to be done. I've got laundry to fold. I do need to edit some videos, so I'll probably do that for a sprint. I believe dinner is in the works. And then, but yeah, we're in the point in the book where the main character is making very bad decisions, and some of them are very embarrassing decisions. And so I'm just like,
oh no, we hate that.
So
are you loving it though, even though the character is making poor decisions?
It's such a good book. I love it so much.
Because I know you love the first book, so
I love them so much, and she's just like, she's so insecure about like she's this wonderful mix of, she absolutely knows what she deserves. Mm-hmm. Like, she knows her worth, and she knows when she's being treated poorly, but she also feels like she is not good enough for like anybody she cares about, which in this point is primarily her boyfriend.
Okay.
And so she has like huge anxiety about not being good enough for him, while also knowing like when he is not treating her the way that she deserves. It's just hilarious. Like, it's amazing.
You've never read this one, right? I know Little Thieves was a reread, but is this a reread?
I have not read this one yet.
No. Okay. I didn't think so, but I wanted to double check that I was thinking correctly. Yeah. Tonight, I will be starting a chunky fantasy book of Royal Assassin, and the 29-hour audiobook that corresponds with this very chunky book.
Her books are too long. I'm sorry. They just are.
I see. This is really the first one that is chunky, because the first book isn't. The first one's only 400 pages, which is perfectly fine for a fantasy novel, so I didn't mind.
Assassin's Apprentice. I think Assassin's Apprentice is actually the first one. Mm-hmm. Assassin's Apprentice. I really liked Assassin's Apprentice, and I liked Royal Assassin, but it did drag on, and then I just haven't, like, Assassin's Quest, I've been halfway through for forever. Because every time I get back, I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish reading this. Like, another stupid decision is made that I'm just like, I can't with Fitz right now.
That's fair. That's completely fair. So I need to read this. I guaranteedly will start it and then probably have to put it on hold for Smut Den, because I do not foresee me finishing this by Thursday.
Do it in 3 days?
It's only 2 days, because Smut Den's Thursday night at this time.
Yeah, you can.
2 days? 2 days?
You can do it.
Listen, I mean,
I read most of Ship of Destiny in like 3 days, and that is it's a slog. I hate that book. So
yeah, but isn't Live Ship Traders better? You disagree.
I want to set Live Ship Traders on fire. Honestly, mostly Ship of Destiny. The first 2 books, I was like, this is like, there's too much book here, but I'm here for it. And then the last third quarter of Ship of Destiny, just
okay.
There was a rant on my channel.
Once I read it, I'll go back and watch your rant.
Yeah. When you read it, you can go back. I think it's my May wrap up that I really get into it, but I also talk about it slightly less spoilery in my my worst books of the year. I just like, there is a promise that is made in the first book about one of our main characters, and she does not get you to where, like, it just feels like this character, they set up an arc for her, and then Robin Hobb just stops caring about her in book 3. And so the other two of the other characters, including a rapist, get really satisfying conclusions to their stories where the audience is like, the readers are there. Meanwhile, this main character just kind of gets forgotten and shafted, and none of her goals end up getting met.
No.
And also she uses rape as a plot device, which
I will definitely. Ooh, I don't like that.
Like, it adds nothing to the plot. Not a single thing. It doesn't change the course of anything that's going to that Robin Hobb has decided is going to happen.
So it's unnecessary.
It is so unnecessary. She could have done the exact same thing without having it in there. So anyways, like,
good to know. Good to know going in prepared for that.
So yeah, go in prepared for that, and then go in prepared for like the most disappointing ending ever for an independent woman.
Oh no. Let's look at the comments because we are behind on the comments. Hello, Lexi. Cooking dinner and dealing with upset Ellie. Might do a little classwork and then finish up Legends and Lattes. Are you liking Legends and Lattes? I would like to know. Hello, Sarah and Aaron and Amanda and Zoe and Glenda and Tina and Alicia. Hold on. There's more. And Sarah. We'll be sleeping soon, but hopefully, but wanted to say hi. Thank you. Yes, that makes sense. It is almost midnight where you are, so that makes perfect sense. Reading terms and conditions. I got the audiobook notification for this today.
Nice.
But I put it as deliver later because, to be honest, there is no way I can add anything else to June. Like, I cannot.
Speaking of libraries.
Did you take your book back to get off banned?
Oh, I did. I'm unbanned. I'm completely unbanned.
Yay.
They called me, which means, I think it means that I had one of my books that I'm waiting on coming in to come.
That's exciting.
Yep, I've got a hold to pick up and also a book that needs to go back.
I need to look into that as well because I'm doing a collab with Rainy for the second week of June, and I had to get 2 books from the library for that collab. So I need to see if they're coming.
Yeah.
Finished my diamond painting and finished Dust Devil on audio. Nice. Finishing editing a video and knackered. Fair. Again, it's almost midnight. That makes perfect sense. Hi, Ro. How are you? Not with it and completely forgot it was Tuesday. I almost forgot it was Tuesday. So that's fine because it was a holiday here yesterday. So my days are all a mess.
Our holiday is next Monday. I'm so glad I have a 4-day week.
But we have a Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hello.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. What are you doing this evening?
Well, I just had to drop a car off at the garage, so sorry I'm a little late.
No problem.
But all is well. So I'm going to be reading Blood Debts.
Ooh, I've been hearing
tomorrow.
good things.
Yeah, I am excited to read it. I just need to read it quickly.
Margaret's thinking that I can read all of Royal Assassin in 2 days, which I do not think is possible, but
I mean, it is if you listen to it fast enough.
I want to have faith in you, but that's a lot of pages.
it's a lot. I have it at 1.8, and I don't think I could listen to fantasy faster than 1.8, to be honest. Maybe, but I don't think so.
That, if I remember correctly, it might have been the narrator. No, that's Paul Bamer. I actually usually have to bump that up from 1.8 to 2.0 because he talks so slow for me.
Ooh, so maybe I can bump it up once I get going in it.
Yeah, potentially.
I can't remember from the first book, which is sad because it was only a couple months ago, but I can't remember.
But audiobooks are all yeah.
I lose track of what I did with what very quickly.
Absolutely.
Half the time I can't even remember the names of the characters in the book I just read. So it's fine. Reading The Couple at the Table and annotating. Lovely. Reading Biscuits and Slashed Browns by Maddie Day. Tina coming in with the cozy titles that we know and love.
I love it.
And Commanded Performance by Nora Roberts. Also, hello. Jason June has a new book out today. Riley Weaver Needs a Date to the Gay Debutante. It's about an uplifting gay femme people. So excited. That sounds interesting. My list for next month just keeps getting longer and longer. That's okay. We can read Pride books all year long. So what I can't get to in June, we'll just move forth.
Just scroll them over to the next month. It's fine.
We'll just move into July, August, September, October, the rest of the year.
You do.
Forever.
Forever and ever and ever. Also, I just made air fried popcorn. Oh, no, just corn. It was amazing. I found it on TikTok. That sounds amazing. Starting the soulmate equation. I'm so excited for you. I saw this comment on YouTube and didn't have a chance to respond yet, but I loved this. This is my favorite Christina Lauren book.
Ooh.
The sequel, I'm pretty sure, is sitting in my post box.
Oh, there's a sequel.
Yeah, it pre-ordered. I should have got it like 3 days ago, but I think it came today. So I need to go and get that. Just read a can of corn, a little oil in the fryer for less than 10 minutes. Yum.
Yeah.
Hi, Liz. Going to start reading The Trees Grew Because I Bled There by Eric LaCora. Lovely. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Currently reading Venom and Val by Anna Marie and Elliot Macklemore. Anna Marie and Elliot are...
I believe it's Macklemore, but I'm not sure.
Oh, it could be. That makes sense. Our husband and wife. Nice. Queer YA fantasy book. Love it.
I did not know they were married.
Liking Legends Latte is good. I need to read this, but I'm concerned that I'm not going to like cozy fantasy as a genre. I'm nervous.
It sounds like a one-shot D&D game almost. Like all of the like in-between parts of the D&D game. Where you're the shopping trips, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds interesting to me.
Rainey did not love it. Rainey just read it a couple weeks ago and was like, they built a coffee shop.
Well, I mean,
not with all that happened. And I went, oh,
not supposed to be a lot happening.
Yeah. I read it and I really loved it.
Good.
It's I feel like you have to be in the mood for something not in a hurry. Like it's just very just simple, nice little break, maybe a palate cleanser if you read something really action packed. But yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
I do want to read it. I have it on Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to read it before the second comes out, but I feel like that's eminently happening. So maybe not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Camilla. How are you? Reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Yay.
We love this for you. Is this your first time reading it? Hold on. Is this your first time experiencing Evelyn? Please let me know.
Yeah, I want to know.
Because I love that if that's your first time experiencing it, because it's so fun. Hellos to Julie. Just coming in. Love your Tuesday sprints. Thank you. We love having you. We're going to have a good time. I think we're only going to do 3 sprints tonight because this is my 4th day in the row of sprinting, and I'm also sprinting tomorrow night for book club. So I think we're only going to do 3 tonight because I'm a little tired.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah. But I will be back tomorrow if you want more. Not here on Kelsey's channel, but still. Hello, Jean and Margaret. Hello, and Julie. I finished Handsome Devils. It turned out it's her 16th Amazon book. Oh, I remember we were talking about this yesterday. It's a 596-page romance book.
For why?
No romance should ever be.
Wow.
Listen, is it fantasy romance?
No.
I can see fantasy romance being that long, but romance?
No. Just a contemporary romance. No.
Too long.
Much too long. Much too long. No contemporary romance deserves to be has any right to be that large. None. Hello, Steph. How are you? Just got home from the nail salon and the library. What did you pick up at the library? Oh, it's your first time reading Evelyn. I'm so glad I get to experience it with you for the next 3 hours on sprints. You're here for the whole time.
I want to know all the reactions.
Please react with us. We want to know. Like, I'm very excited about this. That is the end of the comments. So let me make the timer bigger. Hold on. And let's jump in and get to some reading. Let's go.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
How did that sprint go?
Pretty well. I read about 50 pages. I'm kind of
Amazing.
splitting between reading and listening to the audiobooks. So
I love that. I got 30 for the
Nice.
first. It really just, you know how at the start of every fantasy book, we kind of get a recap of like what happened in the last book so that you're not lost.
what
And
did you miss on Glee?
Exactly. It's like, here's everything that you probably should know. And it's only been, I think, 2 months since I've read this, but I kind of was glad that there was that recap because there's a couple things that I was like, oh, right.
Right. Just those little details that you're like, oh yeah, thank you for the reminder. Like
For a second, they were like, Molly. And I was like, who the heck is Molly? Like, I'm going to need. And then they were like, Molly Nosebleed. And I was like, oh, Nosebleed. Yeah. Remember who that is now.
Uh-oh. Am I frozen or is you? Oh, shit. It's me. It's me.
You good?
you seem good.
I think I'm back. Am I back?
I think
Okay.
so.
Because it was funny because like I'm moving and Julie's moving, but you're not moving. And I'm like, is it me or is it her?
I think we're all moving.
You were
I'm
off
back.
screen and then you appeared. So
Yeah. I think it was just like the coming in. That was, the camera was like, what? How did your sprint go, Margaret?
Well, I made dinner and we ate dinner.
Nice. What'd you
So,
have?
we had leftover tacos.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
I love tacos.
So we did more veggies and then just reheated the meat from last night and threw in some steak that my dad had.
Nice.
Trip.
good.
Very nice. Stephanie got Skin of the Sea when at the library, which is very exciting. It was a book that I plan on reading in what's next month? June. I was like for Teen Mermaids. So
Ooh.
hi, Chloe. Sorry I'm missing your sprints, but I just wanted to just finish watching a film and now I'm going to bed. Hope you get lots of reading done. I hope you have a good rest, Chloe. Hi, need to edit a video and post it today, so I might not get any reading done, but still important work. Editing is important.
And you should edit a video as well. That might be me next sprint. If my computer works.
Editing is a good thing to do. Editing is a good thing. I should have edited today, but I didn't want to. So that means I have to edit all the video tomorrow. I like to kind of like pick at it versus like sitting down and editing in one long sitting, especially TBRs because there's so many like different clips that I have to like put together. But that's fine. I didn't want to do it today and I didn't. So
I need to
Tomorrow-
film a video.
tomorrow I will hate myself, but tonight I'm okay with it. You need to film a video?
Do you know the last time I filmed a video? No, me neither.
I also did not know the last time I filmed a video.
I'm fine with vlogs. Like I find vlogs, I'm okay with vlogs because I'm always reading. I can make that into a vlog, but a sit down video, I need to film a couple this weekend, and I have no
Your
idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what those are going to be. I need to figure that out because I don't just want to make content for content's sake.
Yeah.
So I want to bring something, but like what am I bringing? As of Tuesday, I don't know. I'm filming on Friday when my kid is not here because then the house is quiet and I can actually film. So in the next 3 days, I have to figure it out.
You'll come up with
Listen,
something.
you still have 3 days.
I still have 3 full days for inspiration to strike.
No.
And if it doesn't, I will try to figure it out anyway. It's hard. I'd do a book tag maybe. I don't know. We'll figure out
Something will come up. Yeah.
I'll figure out something. Read the prologue in the first chapter. Going to sleep now because it's almost midnight. That's fair. Have a good sleep, Zoe. Finished making dinner and ate it and then washed the dishes. That's what I have to do in the next sprint. I have to go clean up from dinner because we had just finished dinner when we went live. So like now I need to go and fix that. But I always like to do at least like a few minutes just with the book before I start listening to the audiobook just to like get back into the story, if that makes sense. So now I've had a good time. So now I feel like I can go with the audio and not be like, what is happening? What? Who are these people?
I had to to do that with the 5th season. That book, I'm not smart enough to listen to that book as an audiobook.
Yeah,
So
there's some books that are just not like, I would say Babel's one of them, where I would be like, there's no way I could like go around and do things and also understand what is happening.
Yeah,
I was trying to do it trying to listen to 5th season while I was working. This was back at my old job, which required slightly less of my attention. And I rewound it like the first 30 minutes, like 4 times. I was like, we're choosing a different audiobook.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. The nice thing with Robin Hobb, which can also be considered maybe not a nice thing, is it's so wordy. It lays out the story so easily to follow through audio because it is so wordy, which could be considered a bad thing and also a good thing depending on the context.
The live ship traders, there are entire points of view that are pointless.
I am excited to now read it just to see what you're talking about. I'm like this with books that people don't like. I'm like, I want to read it just so that I can participate in the discussion of not liking it.
Here's the thing. Book 1 got 3 stars because I saw it was good. It was solid. I saw promise. I felt like it was too long. And there's an entire point of view that having read all 3 books, I understand what that is supposed to be adding to the story. I would have liked less of one point of view and then save that for the end. Like that would have made sense if we had been reading it in the last book. Like if she'd done cut that down to a third and put it in the last book. I am crocheting a genre blanket, by the way, Tina. But yeah, she just just wait till you read it. You have to text me. Just wait till you read it.
I will. It will be a while before I get live ship. Gonna be real honest with you.
Yeah, book 2 got 4 stars because I really enjoyed it. There was so much promise. I was so excited for book 3, and then book 3 got 1 star.
Oh no!
And was number 1 on my worst books of the year list.
Well, with 1 star, you'd think so. Yeah. Oh, that's rough. Read 35 pages of Evelyn Hugo. Lovely.
Yay.
Finished Command Performance 4 stars. Also, it's my 85th book of the year. That is amazing, Tina.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Got to page 34. And we have a Rainy. Hi, Rainy. Reading Happy Place and also book 2 of the Ravenhood series, Exodus. Did you 5-star Flock after yesterday's sprints? I'm assuming yes, based on your enjoyment level during sprints, but no. And the fact that you immediately went into book 2, I feel like that's also a sign that you potentially 5-starred it. But
some good indicators there.
There's some things pointing to yes.
I mean, it depends because I have a book that's sitting on or that I just got. It might be sitting in my haul pile. I don't know. I have a book that I got, gave it 3 stars, bought the book immediately, and then bought the second or pre-ordered the second book just because it's not a favorite, but oh man, it had me. It had me. You know?
I do know. Considering I read The Never King last week for a vlog, the first book, and I don't care what my prompt wheel says for Smut Den. I will be reading the rest of the series this weekend. It's
That's so funny.
So regardless of prompts, that's what I'm reading this weekend. 89% of Dust Devils. Lovely. We have a Bree. Oh no, I'm sorry you have a headache. That's no fun.
Sorry, Bree.
I hope you feel better. Maybe just rest tonight. I know that's hard to I have a really hard time resting though. So me do as I say, not as I do kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. You also have a child. That makes it infinitely harder.
It's also accurate. Because I'll be like, I'm going to lay down. And he's like, feel better now? And I'm like, no, I don't feel better now. It's been 2 minutes. It's like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Also struggle for ideas for sit-down videos. It's hard to come up with stuff.
My problem is that most of the ideas that I come up with for sit-down videos, I don't know, about half the time probably, they involve a lot of work that I don't have the mental or physical capacity to do right now.
That's fair. That's why I need at least one sit down video a week, just because I do 3 videos a week and there's no way to do 3 vlogs a week. Like it's just, your girl cannot read enough books to do such a thing.
I'd like to get to a point where it's a vlog, a sit down, and a sprint every week.
Oh, that's a good schedule.
Yeah.
Read the preview to the next book in the Handsome Devil series. The first chapter sounds good. It's 476 pages. For a contemporary romance, that is so large. I think this is, Jean, this is a contemporary romance as well, I think. Quote me. Don't quote me on that. Margaret, you're doing a genre blanket, but since we're on this comment, Julie, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm still working on a project that I think I told you guys about before. This is my 3rd square on my like Taylor Swift tour blanket. So I put it down for a while and I'm back to it.
I mean, this has been, I haven't worked on this in like 2 months.
Yeah, like this is probably
I restarted it and then promptly got frustrated again.
Fair enough. So yeah, this is Fearless. I think I don't remember what the other 2 represent now. But yeah.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's all together. You got it.
Yeah. So it's a nice project. I just forgot about it for a while. It was out of sight and out of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Jean is going back to Latte Darling. Short chapters are my favorite thing. Handsome Devil had long chapters, and it is a almost 500-page contemporary romance. And I just don't.
Like, what is going on that you need? No, I think wasn't it 596 pages, so almost 600.
The first one is. The second one is 476.
What is going on that you need 500 pages for your contemporary? Like, I am sure there are romances out there that could have used that potentially, but like, what is going on that you need that?
And my next question is, are we following the same couple? Like, is it a sequel or is it like companions?
So you're asking, is it 1,100 pages of the same couple? That is a great question. That is a fantastic question. What could they possibly be going through?
For a 500-page sequel is if you have a story where you are gradually adding couples. Like if you have a contemporary romance where it's about what's going on. Okay, having the next book be significantly longer so you have time for both couples makes sense.
But
yeah,
I'm confusion.
That happened to me this year with the 365 Days series. I was excited for book 3 and it was the worst thing I've ever read. I hate that with a series when they don't stay consistent throughout the series of quality.
Yeah, and like if it's just a thing where the author has a different vision than what I wanted for the characters, I can recognize that. For me, it was that the author did a bad job of story. I personally do not think Robin Hobb is as good as everyone thinks she is. And I think that if it was a male author pulling some of the stuff that she does, because she doesn't add any real nuance to it, in my opinion, we would be saying that he is a bad author and no one should read him. And he is, I'm just like, why are you letting her get away with this stuff, guys? And a lot of it is, honestly, it is progressive for the time that she was writing it. But no, thank you.
Yeah.
Rainey did give The Flock 5 stars, but still doesn't know what the plot is. I love this. This was yesterday, and that went, for me, those are the kind of books that I go, those I know right now are not for me. Because anything that's weird and stuff, I know I'm not going to like. So I was like, Rainey, I know that you're loving this, but that's enough for me to go,
no.
Nope.
Absolutely not. Finalizing my June content, and sit downs were the hardest. Oh, you plan your sit downs ahead. I should do that. I plan my vlogs ahead, but for some reason, my sit downs, I never do. Except for my wrap up in my PBR game, I slot those in because obviously they're going to be there. But
I used to do that. I used to be really good at doing that, and then I stopped being able to do that for some reason. That part of my brain no longer functions. Like I cannot hold a deadline for the life of me unless there is an external reason that it has to be done.
Yeah, I should do that. Maybe that should be a new goal.
I'm planning on finding a night this week when I sit down and do some content planning, and I might drop the link to that so people can watch the process in my Discord and will know and hold me accountable.
I love that. I love content planning, watching it. Like, it's so fun, especially when it's like a small group.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 books behind on my genre blanket. We'll see what happens after Smut Den. Yeah, you might not be 2 books behind anymore after Smut Den. That's true.
Brianna's also smart, and she like doesn't worry about what order she finishes them in as much as I do, because it has to be in the right order.
That's fair.
For me.
That is fair.
I think I would be anal about that as well, just because my like OCD would only allow it to be a certain way. Yeah. And then I would be like, no, that's wrong.
And then you rip it out.
And then I'd have to rip it out. Exactly. It would stress me out. Only ever made 1 crochet blanket, and it was a giant granny square. Nice. Hi, Meredith. I hope you're having a good time at work.
Hello.
Want to make a bigger, more solid blanket, but don't know if I have the attention span. That is fair.
Here's the thing. I really like when I'm listening to audiobooks, there's still a part of me that feels like I can't just sit and read. I need something to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I don't want to be like doing chores and stuff. So this is a very nice thing to do while I listen to an audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's exactly what I'm doing too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I need something to do with my hands if I'm just going to listen to an audiobook, or I will take nothing in. My brain will start wandering, and I will take in no information.
Like for me, even when it's like I'm listening to the audiobook and I'm reading physically with my eyes, unless I'm like, that is so hard for me to focus. That makes it twice as hard for me to focus, because I'm like, unless I am really into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Or annotating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Different couple in book 2. Well, at least it's a different couple, because I cannot even imagine what is going on with these people. Need an audiobook that won't use a lot of brain space. I finished Yellowface today. What did you rate it, Brie? I want to know. I have it upstairs, and I need to read it soon. But like, when is soon?
Loved it. She liked
when
it.
Is soon?
I checked.
We'll never read Robin Hobb. They're just way too long for me. I sometimes wonder if it's just a matter of, should you be reading this rather than everyone else needs to read it? That's fair. That's fair. I have only read the first book, which is definitely just like an introduction to the series. Like, there's not a whole lot happening in the first book, because that happens with epic fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I put out my content calendar for some of my Patreon tiers, so I have them slotted ahead of time.
Yeah.
DNF Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. You're live tomorrow, so Brie can watch. Request put in from Brie there, Margaret.
Wednesday. Let's see. I have done something here because we got an extra stitch.
So no. None of mine have been out of order. I just work on the rows when I'm still reading the book. I love crocheting while listening to an audiobook. All of the stars! Yay!
Yay!
The concern that I have, which is not really a concern, because I'm going to do it anyway. But if I read Yellowface this year, guaranteedly, if this is the case, and I agree with you, which I very strongly think that I will, that I will have 2 R.F. Kuang books in my best books of the year this year. Because Babbel's going to stay. There's no way it will be leaving that.
Brittany, there is nothing wrong with that.
And that's probably what's going to happen.
That sounds like a good problem to have, honestly.
I mean, it says a lot about the author, I'd say.
That potentially would have been the case if I had read Babel last year, because Poppy War made it to my best books it was like number 2 of 2022.
Have you read Babel?
I have not read Babel, but if I had, I have a feeling that it would have been in my best books as well.
It was my first book of the year, and nothing's taken it from my top spot yet. So
you haven't read Yellowface yet.
But I haven't read Yellowface yet.
Motherfucker.
So I pre-ordered Yellowface. I think it's interesting that it's a whole different genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's a thriller.
I mean, Babel is completely different
from Poppy War.
Completely different from Poppy War.
Different. But it's still like fantasy. A thriller is like not fantasy.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm
I
excited.
didn't realize Yellowface was a thriller.
She's-
Now I'm extra excited.
She's just so talented.
Yeah, she's so smart. Like I believe she could
I
pretty much write
think-
anything.
ML was telling me the other day in the comments that she has like 2 master's degrees.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she's like 25.
I know.
Yeah.
Like
I
brilliant.
hate it, but I also like it shows. Like she is that kid that is making every single millennial that like was a millennial gifted kid and didn't, they burned out.
Mhm.
There's the guilt. That's why, because we know that's who we should be.
I don't know if I can aspire to RF Kwan level. That's for sure.
No, my brain is just not, doesn't work that way.
I didn't know it was a book within a book. Interesting.
Ooh.
When I was mainly reading romance, I wouldn't read books over 350 pages. I think that's not a bad thing to say. Romance has no business.
No.
400 tops.
Yeah.
Other
Like,
than the
give me that-
after series, because they are 800 pages each. Oh, dear Lord.
Oh my
I want to be your Rebecca Cormack girl.
Yeah, that's exactly the feeling that I got.
Same. Okay, we've reached the end of the comments.
Okay,
So let me make the timer big and actually hit the right thing on StreamYard.
nice. I'll go finish, make sure that all the dishes and stuff are in the dishwasher, I guess. Although I
Yeah.
think my dad probably took care of it because I like bolted upstairs when I heard y'all start talking.
Like,
I
oh no.
literally taken my last bite of taco and put my plate in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I need to go clean the kitchen too before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It because if it's like that, you know, that TikTok where it's like, don't do everything, but like who's gonna do it? I need to go do it because
Mhm.
that's how it works. But let's go. Hello. I did the dishes and got 28 pages read. How did everybody else do?
I edited a video.
Ooh.
Got from 12 minutes to 15 minutes. And I still have 30 left to edit.
That's a third of the way.
Yes. That's
It's
good
a third
progress.
of the way. And hopefully a lot of that 30 will be cut down because it is B-roll from Peace Talks. And it's just like every vlog that I have vlogged this year is one that I absolutely adore, and I really want to just get all of them done and out and posted. So I'm trying to be very selective of what I vlog right now.
Mhm.
Am I being? No. I'm trying.
It's always intention versus what actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
I also cleaned up the kitchen. I have no idea how many pages I read.
That's fair.
There were some.
You went and cleaned the kitchen. That's
Yeah.
perfect. We had Courtney join us. Hi, Courtney. How are you? And Neva saying hi from Taco Bell and channeling the 80s. Ooh, I need to look at your outfit for today on Instagram. It's apparently very cute. I need to look at this. This is, for anyone who doesn't know, Neva's work is doing Spirit Week. So every day there's like a theme and they get to dress up. And Neva's been posting their outfits on Instagram. So
Ooh, that sounds fun.
yes, it's like so cute, the outfits that have been coming out of it. So I need to look at today's for the 80s. I'll do that in the next sprint. Hello, Ulysses. How are you? Got to page 55 and then had a dinner sprint. Always happens. We have to eat. Dinner is important. Got to 72% in Legends and Lattes. Nice. You know, watch TikTok. I support this.
That's real.
I was on Meredith with Reading with Mare. She was here earlier. Was doing sprints this morning, and we got up very early today. It was like 5:30. We were up. It was very, very early. So I was like, oh, I'll hop on sprints. But I was like, all I'm doing is drinking coffee and watching BookTube. Like, do not expect any productivity from me right now.
Yeah.
It's 5:30 in the morning. Got to 50%. Sorry?
Fair enough. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, coffee, I needed the coffee to go in my system and then also just rest there for a minute before I could do anything.
Yeah.
But I was like, technically watching BookTube is like productive. Yeah. Because I get ideas, I get motivated, so you
connect with friends.
Exactly. Support my BookTube friends. There's so many good reasons to watch BookTube.
Exactly.
Got to 50% of the happy place and plan the rest of my June content. Okay. Everyone is making me want to get on the ball for what I'm doing for June. I have my vlogs done, but I don't normally think ahead for sit downs, but I'm going to do this because that's smart. Watched an episode of Suits. Need to get some dinner. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Got to page 53. Ooh, you're reading The Fourth Wing. What? Okay. I need to know how you're feeling about The Fourth Wing because it's everywhere. I bought it because it's everywhere.
Truly.
And it's pretty. And I even started the vlog where I'm reading this today. Not that I'm going to read it next week after Smut Den, but I did the, I'm going to be reading this. And I was like, literally, I know nothing about this except that it has pretty dragons on the pages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all I
started not even talking about what the books are about unless it's a book I know what it's about.
That's why I was like, I'm going to start reading this. It has dragons, and I'll be back in a little bit. Here's
the theme of the vlog. I'll be back and talk to you guys in a minute.
When I know.
When I know the things. Because at this point, I know no things.
100 pages in. We'll update you then.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was like, at this point, I know very little things, except that it's really pretty, and everyone's reading it. Mm-hmm. And that's really the only reason I bought it. Mm-hmm. No things. Rainey also wants to know if you're liking it. Rainey, you 5-starred The Fourth Wing, right? I'm not crazy. I'm pretty sure you did. Read it. I'm assuming by the read it, I can assume that I'm right.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is I don't think I've seen actually that many people read The Fourth Wing yet. Like, I've seen a lot of people getting The Fourth Wing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people I've seen actually read The Fourth Wing.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen it a lot on Instagram lately, so I feel like I haven't seen actual reviews or thoughts.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's a lot of people who are like, look, pretty book, so exciting, which I think happens usually because we all put out our like hauls. It was in my book haul last week. Like, I'm one of the people also adding to this, like, without having read it, but
thoughts are overrated anyways.
Thoughts are so overrated. It's fine. And plus, to be honest, I always just take other people's reviews. Like, I take them in, but it doesn't stop me from reading a book. Because how many times have I liked a book that somebody didn't, or vice versa, hated a book that someone loved? It's gone both ways.
Jean, the difference between a vlog and a sit down, or you might have also heard it called a talking head video, coaching the question. Vlog is spur of the moment as you are having thoughts, and a sit down, you're usually going to plan a little bit more, like you're going to have bullet points and those kinds of things. You're probably going to be in a little bit better setting sometimes.
And also, like, those can be like recommendation videos, where vlogs is like us reading books and with B-roll and thoughts on what we're doing. You know?
Yeah, and vlogs are like what's going on in my life for whatever the theme is. Versus like a sit down video is typically going to be sitting down and specifically talk. I mean, like vlogs, you can talk about a point in a vlog, but it's like specifically planned. Hey, I'm going to talk about this subject in this video. So
exactly.
Remember,
call them sit down videos because we're sitting down. Except I stand.
Remember when BookTube was only sit down videos?
It's always been a pretty good mix, I feel.
I only found BookTube during COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think by then vlogs were a pretty big part of it.
Yeah.
They weren't as big a part. I feel like a lot of people are doing vlogs now. Like it's more heavy vlogs than it is sit down videos. But I've been here since 2017. So perhaps that's, but that's what's kind of skewing it. But like for the 5.5 years that I've been doing it, it's been a pretty it just depends on the channel, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I did not know that this was new adult. Since it was fantasy romance, I assumed it was adult.
I feel like a lot of the fantasy romance is actually new adult.
So,
like, if you think about it, like From Blood and Ash.
From Blood and Ash is definitely,
yeah,
that's true. True. Hello, how are you? What are you reading, doing? Let us know. It's my second fave book of the year, The Fourth Wing. So Rainey really liked it. And I think the first is Serpents in the Wings of Night, if I'm correct. Which I also need to read because everyone's reading it and I haven't read it. Wanted to start The Fourth Wing, but I don't think I can finish it by Thursday. Yes. I could have done that, but I need to start this vlog desperately. But I am going to read The Fourth Wing next week. I was going to do Reading with Mare's read along, but that starts on June 12th and I lose the audiobook on June 3rd. So
unfortunate.
So I'm not. No, I'm going to have to read it before then. So probably next week after Smut Den.
Yeah.
Probably reading The Fourth Wing. Sounds like a plan. Because I think like next week is pretty close to June 3rd. Yeah. So I need to read it next week. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my plan. So if you want to read it next week, we could read it together. Is my point, Brie. That's I went the really long way around to make that point, but that was my point. Oh, the earrings you chose to wear are driving you nuts. Oh no. You take them out, maybe. Almost all of the Late Night Crew read it and loved it. Nice.
Cool.
It's on my TBR for June. I mean, The Fourth Wing is everywhere. I feel like even if it's like, no matter what it is, I have to read it just because I feel left out at this point. Bought it as a pure book art. Yeah, that was pretty much the reason I bought it as well. Was we in Canada cannot get sprayed edges. Like I have to pay a fortune to ship sprayed edges to me, and I just don't because it literally costs a fortune. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that Amazon had the pretty sprayed edges for $25, I was like, done.
Yeah.
Regardless, even if I hate this, it will look pretty on my shelves. So that was also my thought process.
Totally valid.
Oh, sometimes we buy things because they're pretty. Hi, Hannah. How are you? Starting Twisted Love. Nice. I did only find BookTube in 2020. Was anyone watching BookTube before they started reading? No. I was reading before 2020.
I actually found BookTube because I was writing.
Going to listen to The Dragon Reborn while catching up on my format blanket. Lovely.
Nice.
I knew it. I do listen when my friends tell me things. I knew it. I pay attention. Can't wait for Smut Den. I'm so excited for Smut Den. So excited. Because last time Smut Den was around, I did not read romance and did not participate.
Oh.
I was a fantasy thriller reader. I did not read romance. So since in December, when I became a romance girly, who is she? Don't know. Here we are. And now I'm like, Smut Den, I can participate. I'm in my romance life. So
this is your romance era.
This is my romance era, and Smut Den is
lover era.
Yeah.
And here we are. So
that's so fun.
It's not on Canadian Scribd. I don't think. I think I checked. Hold on. It might have been added though. That's the thing with Scribd, is it's not always the same for me. Just so rude.
Probably has to do with publishing rights also.
Absolutely. But I will double check because maybe I just think I looked and then I didn't. It would help if Scribd loaded. It's just spinning.
Scribd is a piece of shit.
Oh, I do have it.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a game changer now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe I'm not reading it next week. Maybe I will read it with Meredith. Read 30 pages. I was watching BookTube years before I started reading because I thought it was so cool people knew how to read.
I mean, do we?
I mean, sometimes I question that wholeheartedly. Just finished dinner, narrowing down my choices for Smut Den. Excited. I can do that. Need to start SPFBO books.
Just say SPFBO.
I was like, oh, SPFBO. That's what I should work with. There are audiobooks, so I had to add it. Well, we can still read it next week. Let me know. Message me because I could read it next week, and then I don't use up a Scribd credit, which is good. Because even though Scribd is unlimited, we all know that's not really true.
No,
and reading The Fourth Wing is going to knock out everything else because it's a brand new popular audiobook. So I will read that, and it will be the only thing Scribd lets me read.
They say unlimited, but the only thing that's really unlimited are the ebooks. It's like, come on, guys.
I'm gonna read that, and it'll be like you can have nothing except cozy mysteries for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a vibe.
It is. I'm okay with the cozy mysteries, but there's things I need for videos, so
Yeah.
Rude. My problem is most books I want to read for Smut Den, the audiobooks are Audible exclusives. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I strategically picked my pile except for The Never King based off if I could get the audiobooks because it's only a 72-hour read along. So like if I want to get more in, I need audio. But The Never King is going in regardless. And the last book does not have an audiobook because it just came out and they haven't done the audio.
No.
Like Audible doesn't, nobody has it.
Yeah.
So I will have to physically read the last one, but they're very small. They're like 5-hour audiobooks. So like physically reading is not going to be a problem.
Gotcha.
But that one I am going to do. Everyone except me. I do not know how to crochet. And sometimes on sprints, I'm like, I need to learn just to be a part of the crocheting community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like wanting to get caught up.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways.
I've mostly been playing Breath of the Wild while I listen to my audiobook. But this new audiobook is like full cast, so I need a little more brain space. So that's why this.
Although I do love a full cast audiobook.
It is. I do love it. It's really good. I really like this audiobook so far. It's really
I've
good.
heard good things of that book.
Yeah.
Been watching BookTube since 2012. Never got the guts to make your own channel though. Oh, you should. It's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing picked out for Smack Den. Didn't you put out a possibilities video?
I'm excited for the chaos.
That's what I thought.
It's the pile of possibilities.
The pile. So you have some idea because there's a pile of possibilities. We're embracing which I have to watch that video because that may change my pile of possibilities. We're embracing the chaos this weekend. Sprint should be fun. Yes. I'm assuming Brie, you can probably answer this. There's launch sprints Thursday night, yes? I haven't seen them scheduled, but I'm assuming they're happening. Can knit, not crochet. Yeah, but just everything on my it was just everything on your KU list. Fair. Also crocheting here, working on a scarf that I have picked up and put down for over a year. One day I will finish. That's where I assumed they would be. So perfect. Yeah. No idea what to choose. I'm trying to finish the Ashes and the Star Cursed King by Thursday, and then I will go from there. Yeah, in theory, I would love to finish this before Smut Den, but tomorrow night on sprints, I can't read this because it's book club sprints and I have to read Atlas 6. So.
Oh, how hard. What a tragedy.
Do you like Atlas 6? Have you read it?
I enjoyed it. It is very like, I won't say plotless, but it is very like vibe heavy.
Got you.
Character
focused.
Character focused and like what is actually going on, like the little pieces are there all throughout the book, but you don't really understand what's happening until you get about halfway through the book and kind of like the plot. It's almost like you're warming up and then the plot kicks in. If that makes sense.
I love a character focused book. So I have high hopes because I like it has a lot of buzzwords for me. Mm-hmm. So I have high hopes. So we're reading that on sprints tomorrow night. So we'll see what I think, but I have high hopes for that. This is going to be our last sprint. Normally we do 4, but tonight we're just doing 3 because
Brittany's doing a lot of sprints.
I've been sprinting a lot and I'm sprinting again tomorrow, and we're going to do 3 tonight, and it's fine. Yeah. Everything's fine. But we're going to do one more sprint and then do another chatty bit when we get back and then call it a night. So let me pull up the timer and make it big. And let's go. Hello.
Hello.
I don't even know how much I read in that sprint, to be honest. How did you do?
Or 35 pages.
Nice.
Very nice. I think I got about 25 done.
Nice.
Nice. Very good. I got, trying to do math, 26? Yeah, 26.
Nice.
This is going to take me forever,
Oh,
to be honest. But that's okay. I don't need to finish it like quickly, so
Mhm.
that's fine.
Nice.
Because I know I'm going to be stopping basically tomorrow night to sometime next week.
there you go.
We'll get as far as I can, and then I'll just like put it on the shelf for June.
A later date.
Like June. I don't know when. It was hopefully not that long. For anyone who was asking, because I saw people asking, I did post this while we were on timer, but I just wanted to post it again. This is the link to all the info for Smut Den if people want to know more about Smut Den, because it's going to be a fun weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't want to read Smut, you can still participate in the sprints because there's going to be, I assume, a ton. I'm not a part of that part of, I'm just here for the fun, but I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of sprints this weekend for Smut Den.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There will be lots of fun there. Love the Black Dragon and the Golden Dragon. See, like I love dragons, so I feel like this is going to be a fun book. I think Brie is gone to watch Bethany's premiere. And I think we lost Row too, but goodbye if you're still here. Finished Ledges and Lattes. Amazing. 4 stars.
Yay.
I'm glad someone finished a book. I didn't. I'm not even nowhere near it. Read a chapter and a half of Biscuits and Slash Browns. I love this title. This is such a great title. And made dinner.
I love it.
You're very welcome, Tina. Thank you so much for coming. Hi, Jen. Hopped in during that sprint and read 18 pages of Spite House. Only 70 pages left. Jen, if you're still here, how are you feeling about Spite House? Because I know we were talking about this yesterday and you weren't sure at the time. So now that you only have 70 pages left, I'd love to know. But that is the end of the sprints. We have made it to the end. If you are not subscribed to any of the people on this screen, they're all linked down in the comments. So go give them a subscribe and do all the things.
Yes.
I will be on Kelsey's channel tomorrow night for B&K Book Club sprints at 6 p.m. Eastern, I think that's the time.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to promote before we head out?
So this book, you know how people complain in certain books about how like the main couple will have a fight and then they just don't talk about their feelings, and so all of the drama. This book, they have a fight and then they talk about their feelings a few scenes later, and I don't know what to do with that.
Honestly, anytime that there is perfect communication in a book, I just want to like 5-star it, because I'm so tired of miscommunication in books by like grown people who could just talk for 2 minutes and a solution could be found.
It's far from perfect, but like they are trying, and they're actually like trying to have healthy communication, and I'm just like, oh, thank God that Emmerich is who Emmerich is. Anyways, that's what I would like to promote. And I'll be on my channel on Saturday at 9:30 a.m.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Painted Devils by Margaret Owen. Please go read it. We'll read the first book first, and then go read it.
I know I need to read this after I've been kind of watching you through this journey of rereading Little Thieves through sprints. So I'm like, now I need to read this book and see what all the fuss is about. But anyway, that is the end of our sprints for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you very, very soon. Bye.